Mr. Secretary?
Yes.
The meeting's begun, sir.
Thank you. Mr. President.
Have a seat, Hank. Homeland Security was tracking Magneto.
We got hits in Lisbon, Geneva, Montreal. NAVSAT lost him crossing the border, but we did get a consolation prize. We picked her up breaking into the FDA of...
Why was Marshall calling you?
Don't worry about it. Go on.
You talk during movies. You sneeze with your whole body. To my knowledge, you do not speak Portuguese.
Oh, actually, eu falo pouco de português.
You're a show-off?
Better take that.
Well, here we go, Gavin. Off to blow up a transmitter.
Not exactly. The bloody thing's not in India proper. It's in Goa, damn it. Somewhere in the Marmagoa harbor.
Neutral territory. Portuguese colony. That's a bit tricky.
Naturally.
Compliments to the management.
That's what I call Portuguese hospitality.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome to Goa.
Thank you.
Desapareça daqui, seu sujo, porco, caralho!
Oh, senor. At parlare, RESERVATIONS.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
No, senor.
English, yeah?
Yes, senor. You perhaps wish something.
BELÉM, as sophisticated a modern city as any other. It feels, in a certain light and at certain times, European and colonial. It was founded by the Portuguese in the mid-1600s, the first European colony on the Amazon, and one can hardly imagine what it took for them to carve out a settlement here, 100 kilometers upriver from the sea. Portuguese came here in
1616.
Can you imagine? They're walking around in their armor, right? They wore armor, pumping through terrain like this, you know, with what? With horses, artillery, armor,
yeah,
metal hats. It's crazy.
Excuse me, I wonder if you could tell me which is the quickest way to the docks.
Eu não compreendo, senhor.
He doesn't understand. Qual é o caminho mais curto para o cais?
A senhora vai por aquela travessa e volta direito, viu?
Oh, obrigada. This way.
From the river of our kisses.
Tony FERRINO, a name synonymous with both romance and large volume sales of high-quality recordings on all formats. The biggest singing star in the heavens of Portugal's entertainment industry, he is also widely adored across Brazil and Iraq. How many times have you been married?
4. That's my first wife, Carmita. She died. That's my second wife, Miss Portugal, 1983. She's missing. That's my third wife, Miss Portugal, 1984. Sexy. She now works for Glaxo. And then I married my fourth wife, her.
All very beautiful women.
Sure, sure. You know, in my country there is a saying, "No se julga un libro per la sua capa."
Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but your flight's been rerouted.
Oh.
You'll have to fly to Brussels first and make a connecting flight to Lisbon. And from Lisbon, pending further notice, you'll be able to fly directly to Reykjavik, Iceland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Father Cuckoo back there is my #1 suspect.
Father Cuckoo.
I know, Maura, I was making a point.
Well, Cuckoo is the most popular boy's name with Cape Verdeans.
Okay, I don't need a history lesson, thank you.
Very intriguing culture.
Descendants from the Portuguese explorers and slaves from the Cape Verdean Islands.
I'm impressed.
I can Google too. And that Father Cuckoo or whatever is a phony. Did you check out that poncho he was wearing?
Meet him. First up, Chef Luisa Fernandez.
I'm a Portuguese executive chef in Georgia Bistro and New York City.
One of our judges, Chris Santos, is of Portuguese descent.
I am.
Do you taste Portugal in the dish, Chris?
Yeah, I love the gazpacho. I think it's really fresh, really bright.
Chorizo, Portuguese. Carne, Portuguese. I just need mix the things.
And that means, Chef Louisa, that you are the chopped champion.
Yes, I'm proud of, yeah.
Lovely on him. Oh, don't be ridiculous. Robert is crazy about Miss Winthrop, and he asked me to pick a present out for her. So I did. See?
Frankly, I'm disappointed in you. There was a time when your alibis were gems. Remember the time you were involved with the Russian dancer?
She was Portuguese.
Before you talked your way out of that one, you'd rewritten the Arabian Nights. Now you've lost your imagination. You're getting commonplace, and I'm getting bored with you.
Admiral Rimmer, sir. Field Marshal Clifton sends his compliments and wonders if you'd care to join him for port and cigars.
I think there must be some mistake. I'm not an admiral. I love this game.
Eugene Holland was sentenced to 20 years in prison for drug trafficking. His assets were seized by CAB. John Traynor escaped to Portugal and continues to fight extradition to Ireland on charges of murder. His assets were seized by the CAB.
BATSU next time we go out. How about tomorrow we could make up for the other night? It'll be tough, but I think I know a guy who can get us into the Rugrats movie.
I can't tomorrow. I've got this evil, abnormal psych midterm. I guess you put off 8 chapters for the night before. I'm gonna be hauled up in the library.
Well, you want some company? I can bring my Euro history. We're doing this surprisingly interesting unit in Portugal.
That's sweet. But, you know, I can't risk seeing you in those shorts again and distracting me. Besides, library.
Ayrton era gênio na chuva. E em qualquer condição dessas que tornasse a pista mais escorregadia, ele tinha algo mais. A corrida no Estoril foi incrível. Ele botou uma volta em cima de cada adversário menos um.
It could be worse for Nick Robinson. He could have encountered this Portuguese nutter. I love this guy.
Nuno, há imagens que valem mais do que 1000 palavras. Por aqui, muitos adeptos do Sporting, mas também, como já podemos ver, adeptos do Futebol Clube Porto e um adepto.
It goes on for literally 10 minutes. He doesn't leave him alone.
Para fazer aqui uma coisa inédita, peço aqui ao emplastro que se deixe ficar aqui à minha frente e vou ser o emplastro do próprio emplastro. Vou falar aqui neste direto atrás deste é um dos adeptos mais conhecidos do futebol português para dizer que este é um jogo de alto risco e que a PSP destacou para é muito mais do que uma luta.
I'll tell you what, I can watch that for hours.
So what do you guys think? So fake. Totally artificial.
Like we're really supposed to believe that was 19th century Lisbon. Come on.
Guys, who's looking at the sets when she's on screen, huh?
Oh, yeah.
There he is. That's my dad, Victor Transky. Seu cartas com esta manhã.
Olá.
Obrigado. Olá.
Laborai tudo correrá bem.
Que?
What about Lisbon?
He gave his tracker the name of the detective Elena hired 2 years ago. From this point on, the trail's locked.
Ashley.
Scumbag. You're engaged? May I remind you that you proposed to me?
You said no. We broke up.
No. I was confused. We stepped back.
You moved to Portugal.
Yes, well, I didn't think you were going to run out and marry the first bimbo that you came across.
Lucy's not a bimbo.
Lucy? Lucy who?
I don't remember.
Liar.
Obrigado, Ama-chan. あなたが山田君のなりたい自分？
ああ、サッカー大好きなんだ。